declaration of war from an alien species, and people ran around like it was the end of the world. NASA intervened and told everyone to get their collective shit together. They then worked with the various space agencies to launch an interception shuttle. The alien object entered Earth's gravity about a week later and was intercepted and brought down after scientists ascertained that it had taken some damage in a collision with a meteor or space debris. If this was the aliens' way of declaring war, he'd thought at the time, it was a pathetically weak statement. Either way, tests had been run on it while it was still in space to ensure it was safe to return with it. Thereafter, it had been sent to isolated labs for further study. He remembered that, too, since he had been probed by the State Department for a minor position on the project. He had almost finished his master's at the time. Nothing came of that, but Sal had still kept an ear out for any news of the project. Heh. Probed. He chuckled at the irony of his word choice. It had been firmly established that it had been engineered and wasn't naturally occurring. Full details were kept under wraps, although it was leaked that it contained a biological marvel that could solve a host of environmental problems on Earth. During the election campaign about 2 years before, there was a massive push from various agencies to release what they tested in controlled experiments into the real world. As always, this demand was powered by politicians who used environmental problems as their election platform. It had been worded as a request, but one with teeth. Still, the buzz in the scientific community had been palpable. The groundbreaking work could potentially save the world. Political motivations aside, there was every indication that this was one of the greatest advancements ever recorded in bioengineering. Or so he'd heard. Sal still only followed the affair from a distance. But now it seemed that everything had gone to shit. They'd moved the program to a section of the Sahara that was completely devoid of life. For the first 6 months, apparently, everything seemed to go well. Against all odds, the ground regained nutrients and life returned to one of the most desolate regions of the world, the reporter said. Hope blossomed, and no doubt all those involved had torn rotator cuffs from patting each other's backs. There were some side effects, however. The insects in the region reacted exponentially to sudden spurts of growth in their area. The reporter seemed shocked by this, even though she was reputedly an expert in the field. Sal made a face and chewed another fistful of popcorn. Locust numbers had grown to ridiculous proportions and swarmed and acted aggressively. Arriving from the sub-Saharan regions, this insect army chewed their way through most of the flora in their area and moved north into the testing zone. By now, the alien material spread of its own accord and filled the land with fresh plant growth, which attracted the locusts to that particular spot. At this point, the swarm mysteriously disappeared. Sal rolled his eyes when the report broke off into the voices of various news reporters talking about the incident against a background of dramatic violin music. It reminded him of a low-budget B-level action flick. A knock sounded at the door, and he scowled. He didn't get many visitors. Surprisingly, not many people wanted to hang out with him. "I've already fixed the clogging issue, Mr. Addison," he called, assuming his visitor was the building's super. "I left you a note about it 2 days ago." No answer followed. Merely more knocking. Fucking go away! Whoever it was clearly didn't get the message. They knocked again. Sal shrugged, grabbed the remote, and turned the volume up. He was too comfortable to get up. More banging. Louder this time. "You're making this worse for yourself, pal," he called toward the door.